The Simpson family was gathered on their couch when suddenly a spaceship crashed through the wall. Out stepped Rick and Morty. Morty, who was piloting, looked utterly terrified. "Look, even the baby has turned into a puddle of goo." Rick calmly pulled out a test tube and collected DNA samples from the Simpson family. "You need to take this family photo and their genetic material to this address," he instructed. "They'll remake The Simpsons there." "What are you going to do?" Morty asked. "I'm cleaning up the scene before anyone comes to investigate," Rick replied casually. Left with no choice, Morty stepped through the portal alone into a world filled with bizarre-looking aliens. He followed the address Rick had given him and arrived at a strange shop. He handed over the items to the attendant, who poured the DNA into a machine and photocopied the family photo. Soon, a large, shapeless mass emerged. The attendant carried it toward a giant four-eyed cow creature. Morty watched in disbelief as the monster spat out several large eggs. The man handed them to Morty. Meanwhile, Rick was casually snacking, helping himself to a Duff beer from the fridge. He then wandered into the bedroom to pick out anything that caught his fancy. Their neighbor, Flanders, came over to check on the noise, only to be frozen into a block of ice by Rick seconds later. Morty returned to the Simpson house carrying the eggs and woke Rick, who had dozed off on the couch. Rick dumped the eggs onto the floor and cranked the thermostat to the highest setting. Before long, the eggs began to hatch, each one taking the form of a Simpson family member, except they all had Rick's distinct hairstyle. Ha, wow. Hey, Morty, little tip, don't clean DNA vials with your spit. Let's go. I'm driving this time. Ugh, no more guest animators, man. The story then returns to the main plot. Springfield Elementary gathered its brightest students for a math competition. Professor Frink, the pinnacle of intellectual achievement, was invited to host the event. First up was the Fraction Squad from Springfield Elementary. Their opponents were the unfair team from Beverly Hills Elementary, a group of spoiled, rich kids. Then came the former champions of the competition, the dashing and confident, handsome and brilliant squad. The promotion videos began. Springfield Elementary's video highlighted how the school was originally designed as a warehouse for salted meats before being converted into a school. The Beverly Hills team, however, had hired famous director Michael Bay, known for the Transformers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles films, to direct their promo. Under his lens, the unfair team was portrayed as a group of young superheroes. The video ended with a credits sequence filled with celebrity names. Lisa looked on with disdain at their blatant show of wealth. "We're going to surprise everyone," she declared confidently. But reality hit hard the next moment. Springfield Elementary lost 0-30. It wasn't even a fair fight. The other team seemed to have superpowers. Lisa cried bitterly. "Their school is so rich every student has a laptop." Her crying is sadder than a "Where Are They Now?" story about child actors. Witnessing all this, the handsome and brilliant squad seemed to have an idea.